Well, I can safely say I think this is the weirdest way anyone has ever recorded a Switch gameplay, because you don't even want to know how the phone is set up to record this right now. Um, but, well, you can see it says it's 12:59 a.m. Yesterday was April 27th, the release date of the Stanley Parable Deluxe version. Now, for anyone who might not be in the know, Stanley Parable is it was a Steam game released in 2013. It is one of my favorite games ever, even though I've never played it. I've just watched a lot of other people play it, and I know pretty much everything about the PC version, and I love it all. So, of course, when this version came out that I would actually be able to get, and especially with more content, of course, I knew I had to get it. And I had to bring it to the channel too, because I want to actually show my reaction to the new content, as well as any commentary I might have on the old content. I'm not gonna call this a let's play, only because it's not like a let's play kind of game. Like, I feel like with a let's play, you play like from the beginning of a game to the end of a game, but with this game, like, the entire thing is different endings and various secrets. So I'm just gonna call this like a gameplay video. We're gonna do multiple episodes because there's no way we can do everything in one, but yeah, this will be the part one of the gameplay. And if you are thinking about let's plays, yes, I have not updated the Switchcraft let's play since January. I'm not considering that done. I do want to finish that at some point. I just really need to get back on it. Okay, stop talking about that. So yeah, let's just open it. I'm sitting kind of far away from the screen. Hang on, let me adjust myself a bit. This is a little better. Fucking why? You know what? No, because we're doing a video. I'll have to censor that part out, won't I? So let's open this. Let's see how this works. Yeah, they call themselves that on here. Written by Davey Redden. They call themselves Galactic Cafe on the Steam version. Please choose a screen and subtitle language. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? Technically, no. I should say yes, because I haven't physically played it, but I've seen like everything about it. I just really wonder how this will affect it. I'm just gonna go with yes. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Oh, this is already... what does that have to do with anything? Please enter the current time. Oh, guys, this is very concerning to me. Of course I'm using the phone to record, and therefore... Hang on. 0103, okay. But I'll wait for 0104, and then do that. There. Accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. Okay, is the only thing I can say. I really wonder what all this stuff is about. Like, there was nothing like this in the PC version. There was no visual slider, no time entering. What have they added? I'm very concerned what they might have added. You are playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Achievements, huh? Oh, they actually do have achievements in here? Awarded for getting any of the other achievements as your... Test achievement description. Replace this. I think we can probably unlock that somehow. Quit the game and then start again. Okay, so they actually have, kept most of these faithful. Quit the game and start it again. You can't jump. They seriously disabled it. Play for the entire duration of a Tuesday. Click on that door 5 times. 8. Speed run. Oh, it's 4 minutes 22 seconds. Is it the time it was before? Set all settings sliders in the menu to all the available numbers. Oh, you know I have to do that at some point. And don't play the Stanley Parable for 10 years. Oh, they upgraded that one. It was 5 years. Now it's 10. I'm noticing there's no longer an achievement for turning on achievements, which is sad. I could have got that one. That one would have been good at that one. Oh, wait. Switch panel. What? Apply toggle. The heck? Settings. Oh, I feel like I'm boring everyone going through all these. Audio. Everything's all the way up. I'm not using the Joy-Cons. Who the fuck uses Joy-Cons? Credits. Okay. Here we go. The end is never the end is never the end is never the end. What have they added to this?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Apparently that's what I did. Oh god, okay. Okay. Right stick moves my vision, left stick moves myself. And I'm assuming, what does A do? Okay, so that is how I'm going to interact with stuff. Oh, that's how I crouch, okay. Either of the left bumpers. Okay, so first thing I have to try.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that.
It's true.
This couldn't go any way except badly.
I know.
The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever.
It's true.
I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to.
Or I'll die.
He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Okay, so that's the first ending. Seems to be the same as it was before. I wonder about, like... I wonder if, like, the layout at the beginning still has a random chance of, like, changing. I wonder if the phone still can randomly ring. I wonder if the narrator will start speaking if we don't move. So many things I could test. I wonder if the narrator still has random dialogue at the beginning.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, maybe. We'll have a look around.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, He couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I know, it was so weird. This is the phone that can sometimes ring, by the way. For anyone who might not be in the know. And I believe if we click on stuff, we can get the narrator to, like, get annoyed. So, of course, we always want to do that.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
There it is. Awaiting input. Should we do this? Alright, we'll do this. Awaiting input. Bloody hell. Input received. There we go. Oh boy. Here it is.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Or did I? Is that where I went? I don't think it is.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
That is possible. I mean, it's a nice place. You should always appreciate your surroundings, I think. Ah, here it is.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring.
I
It had
agree.
really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I couldn't agree more, narrator. We sat down, had a nice drink, maybe. What is that?
Yes, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Now that's very nice, narrator. I don't know why you seem to be getting
At
annoyed.
this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
It is, but I kind of doubt it because, I mean, it is a nice room, but I think I've had enough.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
The first open door on the left. You know what? I think I did do that.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Yes, I think I did do that.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
That does sound ideal, doesn't it? Oh god. Oh, I thought I changed it. Oh, yeah. Profits. Who's controlling the projector, by the way? Where is the projector, by the way? Everyone is unique. You most of all. That doesn't make any sense. Of course. We won't do this yet. We have to save that. We have to build suspense.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm not sure if I did, narrator, because I want to see... Okay. I won't walk all the way in. I just want to see... Okay. It looks to me like there's still only the one ending in the basement. That might not be true, but either way, I don't want to go down there just yet. Into the fancy pants foyer. Oh god. Wait, this opens? Wait, this just like automatically opens? The PC version, you had to do like 2 runs first or something. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. That's fun. Extreme bathrooms and time. Truly the 2 most amazing tabloids. That mirror needs a scrubbing. What the fuck was that noise? Does this door open? It does! Oh. And we can do this? Wait, can we do this? Wait, has this been like updated at all? Oh, I wonder. Yeah! I kind of doubt this actually has been updated to do anything, but it sure would be cool. Like, we're not actually somewhere, are we? Okay. You never know. This is the deluxe version, after all. What should we do? Should we go for, like, the escape pod ending? We could do that now. We could do that. Let's actually try. Should we do the escape pod ending? Yeah, I'll try to do that.
Stepping in.
So this is how you do the escape pod ending, by the way. You trap the narrator in the office, and then the doors all reopen behind you. It's a pretty creepy ending, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why I chose to do this one first. But I wonder, has it been updated at all? Then you go here, and then this door is open. You are now leaving. Sounds good to me. Escape, wait, hang on. Gotta check everything, you never know. Something could be new. Escape pod bay on floor 760. There might be like a new pathway in here or something to a new ending. Or something. Okay, we're in 755. Oh, we're on the other side of that class? 756. I kind of wish there was a sprint button. There's not. 757. I actually showed, when I downloaded this, I actually showed the trailer to my mom, and she said she wanted to play it, so she's gonna do that this weekend. And here we go. This is going to be the escape pod bay. Where? Oh no, I'm lost. Wait, am I? Wait, where are we? Aha! Escape pod launch bay. That is completely illegible. But I know in the PC version it said like something about like the narrator is required, and obviously we locked him in the boss office. So it just kind of nothing happens. Aha! There's the escape pod. And it ends. That's the escape pod ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Can we do the input computer? Where's the next one of that? Here it is. Oh, forgot. Input received. You know it. Yeah, there's no like secrets we can really do around here. Most of the stuff in here is just like the randomized Easter eggs, I think.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
We will obey for the most part this time.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, hey, did the text on the wall change? Because I know that was random before. Nope. So let's head in.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Yeah, it's true. I could not possibly have known that. Wait, to get the phone? Nope.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
It's true. There was no way I could know that. It's a tragedy. Can we play a piano? No.
2845.
I'm listening, narrator. There was no reason. There was no way I could know it.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself, and Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Apparently that's what I did. I don't remember doing that, but sure, narrator. Oh, it'd be cool if there was an up option. You hear that, developers? If there was an up option, that would have been a good deluxe edition thing.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh, jeez.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Now there is an escape here.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be going for that. I'm not interested in death.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Yeah, that's right. We got to figure out what's going on. What's this do?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yeah, we're gonna do something.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
HD
Their
rumble.
true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so
Something
many
seems to have an
individuals
error.
reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
So sad.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
But why are we considering this a bad thing? Like, it's... If it makes him happier, like, surely this is better than the alternative.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
But if it makes him happier...
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Apparently I will dismantle the controls once and for all. Which brings us to here. System power off or on? I really wonder, because of course, I know what happens in the PC game if you hit on. I wonder though, in this version, will there be a way to save it? Or no, because that would like take away from the whole point. That's scary. Those are like faces. I don't like it. The choice of a lifetime. We'll go with off. Did we die?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Final command, and then it's our own life. And this should be the achievement, right? Beat the game.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
But of course, it's not the only way things can happen. Achievement, beat the game. Oh, and get your first achievement. We ballin'. So, we probably time for one more ending. Should make it a good one. Oh no, I want to do the input computers. Should we do the input computers? I think we need to do the input computers.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The next input computer is in the boss's foyer. Can you still randomly see a dude walking in there, I wonder?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We'll go the
This
other
was
way.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
I couldn't agree more.
But eager to get back
Really
to
wish there was a
business,
sprint
Stanley
button, you
took the
guys.
first open door on his left.
Yes, I know, I did. Because I'm
And so
trying
he
to get the input
detoured through
computers.
the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Yep, that's what I did.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Input received. So now, I think if we hit begin the game again,
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
what? Wait, is it like raining outside? There's the next input computer. Input received. Begin the game again, and now... And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Input received, and now give it to me. Welcome, Stanley, to heaven. We did it, you guys. We found heaven. Paradise itself. It's just buttons. It's just, you get to push buttons. I've never felt so alive. Which is weird because, oh no, well, you don't die. You don't die to go to heaven, because heaven is eternal life. This is eternal life, you guys. We just put buttons all the time. I am ecstatic. And you can run across this circle. Dude, I have never actually been happier. This is actually heaven. And we get to hear this lovely choir singing about buttons. It's too good, guys. You can't beat this. Okay. Well, but I think you've probably had enough of watching that, so we will do something else. What ending should we do? Oh, I know what we can do. We can kill ourselves. That's a cool ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, I didn't, narrator.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace? Its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper, something darker.
Well, I'm not sticking around to find out what that is.
Eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I didn't, narrator. Screw you and your instructions.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Hooah!
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Thank you. So that's sometimes called, like, that's called, I've heard that called the hero ending and the powerful ending. I probably would call it the suicide ending myself.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm always going to check this window. Wait, speaking of windows, that's exactly what we can do now, isn't it? Because I need something short, because I need to, like, end this video quickly.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
We're going out the window.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
I think we already have done.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just restart the game any old time you want. Like, right now.
Good point.
You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Well, okay, you know what, narrator? I don't need you. I don't need you and your sass. That's gonna be the end of this first gameplay episode, whatever, of the Stanley Parable. I promise Switchcraft will return soon. And I promise more episodes of this will come out because we still have a lot to cover from the original version, and we still haven't come across anything new yet, but this is very exciting. So yeah, I will see you guys soon for something else.